We are back. On the day of the Switch 2, which I really cannot bring myself to care about. I had no interest in Mario Kart World, and that hasn't changed now that I've seen people's reactions to it, and the only other game coming out that I care about is ZA. So maybe I'll get a Switch 2 eventually. Am I doing Outbreaker Egg Hunt? No, I'm just trying to run through the DLC. I'll see how far I can get in the Teal Mask. First time playing Teal Mask DLC. It's not as bad as I expected it to be. With that said, let's jump straight into it. My controller will work. Think you can Union Circle? I, at the moment, just kind of want to run through the DLC as quick as I can. Mostly because I just want to get to Blueberry Academy and see what that's like. I don't know if the order of these matters. So we'll just start with the closest one. I spy an item. Hang on. I don't know how close I am to the finish. But I can't imagine there's that much more to go. It feels like we are rapidly approaching the end game here. Yeah, I just don't really feel like going through the effort to set up Union Circle and stuff. Is the only thing. I like how I have this climbing and he just refuses to climb. It's easier to actually just jump like this than it is to try and get him to climb. I found it. Will you drop? I am pressing the B button. I was wondering about my lead, but I guess it doesn't really matter what I lead with here. Where did it go? I am not entirely clear where I'm supposed to be going. Is it actually just all the way through the cave? I am pressing buttons, and the buttons just do not respond. I press B and then it doesn't do anything. And I press B again and then all of a sudden I'm gliding when I don't want to be. And so I press B again and then nothing happens. Alright. First battle. Let's take down Pheasantipity. The Titanic Pheasantipity. Yeah, Carmine, it reminds me of you a little in that it's incredibly annoying, and I don't want to be dealing with it right now. Alright, well if you want to deal more damage, maybe you should actually, like, deal damage. That seems like it might be the play here. But we deal with this thing in the only way I know how, which is to hit it with a giant hammer. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, and the paralysis. Carmine. You are really not helping right now. Carmine. And fantastic work, Carmine. You are very helpful. Alright, hit it with the giant hammer. What type is this thing? And it's gone. And we get the fire mask. The hearth flame mask. So, one down. I do not expect I will need 3 gigaton hammers for this next battle. Oh, I still have the bug outbreaks because I haven't reconnected to the internet yet. So where in the world is Monkey Dory? What is going to be the fastest way? Honestly, it's probably to double back to Masui. And if I'm going back here, I might as well heal. The upside down peace emoji. Sure. Alright, one down. I would love to get away from this rain so that my game could function at a reasonable frame rate. Hang on. Item. And here is the lake, where we should find... That is a big monkey. Let us fight. The Titanic monkey door. Alright. Oh, it healed me after that battle. Cool. Oh no, I healed. Sure. I was about to be really mad because it hesitated for just a fraction of a second and I thought it missed the thunder wave. Alright, let's hit it with the giant hammer. Sledge wave, that is completely fine. This Morpeko is not very helpful. Let's have it knock it off. Shadow Ball is fine. We'll save PP on Kickdown Hammer and just knock off one more time. Because there's not really a Pokemon Center on the way to Okidogi. And I would like to have my Kick-a-ton hammers for that fight. That is 2 down, and we have the Wellspring Mask. Just like that. So now 1 to go. Where is the last one? All the way up here. There is a fly spot right there. So we can just fly there. So let's do that. He's a big doggy. On to the final one. We will lead with Fake Out. My Fake Outs are doing less and less damage as it goes on. I mean, I appreciate you using an actual attack this time, I guess. Alright, we have finally run into the first opponent in the game that I can't just hit over the head with a hammer to get rid of. That was a crit? Carmine, please shut the hell up. Please stop talking. What does knockoff do? Absolutely nothing. Rude. However, its defenses are down, so I can now try hitting it over the head with the hammer again. Do you have any moves other than Aura Wheel? It's not doing anything. Alright. Play rough. Please stop using Aura Wheel. It is now at -2 defense. So my hammer should do more. There we go. That's an attack. Oh, it got a crit! What? Alright, Starburst, clean up. There we go. Just like that, we take down the Loyal 3. And we grab the final mask. The one that I didn't realize existed because no one uses it in competitive. Presumably because Rock is such a terrible type. Cornerstone mask retrieved. Are you sure it's safe? Alright. Back to the village we go. What could possibly go wrong? Now for the very laggy entrance back into town. I do love Ogerpon's walk cycle. It is so adorable. How can anyone be scared of that cute little thing? I don't trust Kieran at all, so let's just say don't worry. Let's escort Ogerpon back home. Surely nothing is going to go wrong. What were you doing up there? What? I'm gonna try something. No, you like spawned over there. How did you end up on the roof of the Pokemon Center? Ogerpon, what? Okay, sure. Alright. So let's fly to, I guess, Kitakami Hall is probably the best place to go. Let's try to actually take the correct path this time. I'm going to try my best to climb the mountain correctly this time. There's a lot of items around here. Zen headbutt. That's pretty good. Trying to do this kind of correctly, and I am already lost. Mass outbreak of Spinnerack, you say? Can I get a third shiny Spinnerack? Even though the event is technically over. I guess there's a lot of other stuff spawned, and it was not making room for Spinnerack. I don't think I'm going to be able to find a third shiny. Uproar, that is not nearly as good as Zen Headbutt. Oh, I haven't caught a Swinub? I could have sworn I got one from a raid. Well, I have one now. This appears to be a cave, not a tunnel. Alright, well, I tried to do this correctly, and so now we're just gonna do this. Isn't there an item right here? Oh, more Spinnerack. Come on, third shiny? Nope, they all appear to be plain old boring Spinnerack. I guess it is not really reasonable for me to ride on. Thank you. Guess it is not reasonable for me to expect to get a third shiny. Hello? Thank you. Like, obviously, if I can't get up normally, that means that I want to climb, so just let me climb. Like, how is that the mechanic that Pokemon managed to screw up? Oh. Ice Fang. Here we are. Bringing Ogerpon back home. Oh, come on, let me battle him. I want to beat him up. Yeah, I want to battle him. I want to beat him up. Let's fight. Oh, don't you worry. I do not intend on holding back for this one. As ever, there is exactly one way that I know of to deal with all of my problems in life. And that is fake out into Gigaton Hammer. Works every time, you know? Fixes any problem you could possibly have in life. Gliscor. Do I have just the thing for you? Let's liquidation. Oh, it missed the KO! No! Oh, and he's got Earthquake! Unfortunately, I am faster, and also I have Aqua Jet. Even if I wasn't faster. Probopass, you say? I think you guys know the drill by now. First, we press the fake out button. And then we press the Gigaton Hammer button. Steel doesn't resist itself, does it? How would you survive that? I like how he has the special attack boosting berry and then immediately proceeds to use a physical move. That is fantastic strategy there, Kieran. I gotta do it. I got just one more time for old time's sake. Like, I'm obligated to do this. Considering I'm not OHKOing. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, considering I'm not OHKOing stuff, I wonder if he's gonna survive this. He did not. And Eon Mega, once again, you guys know what's about to happen here. A fake out. Into a Gigaton Hammer. Oh, it survived it! Incredible. Doesn't matter, but that was very impressive. On Mega, I am impressed. Dipling. Alright, Starburst. You have kind of gotten tossed on the back burner as this has gone on, but this is going to be your moment to shine. Hit it with a quick acrobatics. There we go. Alright. It is time to catch ourselves an Ogerpon. Can I just quick ball it? Does it have a boosted catch rate? Oh. Hello there. I expect that I can't just chuck a Pokeball at it then. Alright, we'll fake out first. And then switch out. still has Ivy Cudgel? Uh-oh. Oh wait, never mind, it's fine. We are actually fine. There we go. Whoa. It's now a water type. So I definitely will not be able to quick ball it. Switch into our grass type. Why would you use grassy terrain right now? Flower trick. So next up is the Rock Mask. That is an unfortunate type magic here. That is a defense buff, though. Wait, it doesn't matter, because I'm gonna get a crit. Never mind. Stat boosts literally do not matter. And finally, the Grass Mask. I will have to switch for this one. Let's go Armourouge. Ivy Cudgel is fine. And hit it with an armor cannon. It's faster? Armourouge? How slow are you? There we go. Alright. Catch it in the Master Ball. That seems like a fantastic idea. I guess let's put it in a Premier Ball. We have caught Ogerpon. And we got the masks. And we got a ton of lag on those text boxes. I didn't read what I just told him. And he's gone. All right. There is something that I want to try. Just because I really want to mess with Carmine. So we're gonna take a quick trip over into Pokemon Home. Am I still signed in? It's not going to put anything sensitive on the screen, right? Sure, I agree to all of that. Sure, I agree to all of that. Alright. How do I transfer stuff? Connect Violet. Here we go. So let's toss you into here. And while I am here, just so I have them for the Pokedex, I do want Fuecoco and Quaxley. There we go. So now we can jump back into Violet and continue. Alright. So with all that out of the way, let us be off. To Loyalty Plaza. I wanted to call it Unity Plaza for some reason. Oh, I assumed it was going to stop me. I'm sure it'll be fine. Sure. Yeah, you can have a battle with Ogerpon. Yeah, I definitely still have it. There we go. Just because Carmine is never allowed to have any kind of satisfaction. With that said, we are absolutely bringing Ogerpon back for Blueberry Academy, just to mess with Kieran. He can never be allowed to have anything good happen to him. It's actually extremely important that we antagonize him at every possible opportunity. As ever, the only way I know to deal with my problems is fake out into Gigaton Hammer. With that in mind, on to the Ninetales. This is just a normal Ninetales, right? Yes, it is just a fire-type Ninetales. More Peko. What do I hit this thing with? Oh, what am I talking about? I know exactly what to hit this thing with. Fake out. Into a Gigaton Hammer. I'll switch to my flying type. And acrobatics. Leavani, you say? Leavani, you say? About this. And we took down Carmine. A phone call. Alright. Back to the community center. Means I am almost done spending time with Carmine, which is fantastic news. And we got a Kitakami Mochi set. But why? Developments in the Great Crater, you say? Carmine, I would have loved to never have met you. And so that is the end of the Teal Mask, I guess? Uh-oh. So that is the Teal Mask completed. So, let me find a good spot to do this. So, what did I think of the Teal Mask? It was better than I expected, but also my expectations were to the floor. I had very low expectations coming in. So it was better than I expected. It is a masterclass in how not to level scale something The battles were trivial. Even the hardest battle was Okie Dokie, and even that one I wasn't really in any danger. So it was not a very difficult DLC. The story wasn't bad. Carmine and Kieran are the worst characters in the entire Pokemon franchise. I hated them so much. I hated interacting with them. They're so awful. So that would be the biggest downside of this DLC, is having to deal with those two. Whatever that game with riding around and popping the balloons was, that was not super fun. I would love to not have to do that game again. But as far as story and everything and overall enjoyment goes, it was fine. It was a perfectly fine DLC. So that is my thoughts. With that said, oh, I can lock this map? I didn't know that was a function that I had. Alright, so it is now time for us to fly back to the academy. That was a shorter stream than I expected. I was expecting that to take longer. I am now locked into this cutscene. The name Saya. I don't know what is happening. We're recommended by Carmine. I kind of thought that I would have to like talk to you manually rather than just getting pulled into this, but sure, this is fine. Alright, so we are now ready to jump into Blueberry Academy. For now, though, I think we're pretty much done. I don't really feel like starting a whole new story arc right away. So I think we'll save that for another time. But yeah, nice short stream. Finish this teal mask. We are ready to move on to the indigo disc. Really quick, I do want to toss Ogre Pond back. Because we absolutely need to use him in the inevitable battle against Kieran. What are you talking about? I literally just booted the app. Thank you. So let's get you back, and we are going to need to get Ogre Pond trained up. That is extremely important. There we go. So that is going to do it for this stream. Shorter stream, but that is completely fine with me. Thank you to everyone for stopping by and hanging out, and we'll catch you in the next one.